Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were doing a couple of things. So one of the big things we were doing was working towards the blast furnace. We tried to go to the nether over there, didn't work too well, but we did make the blast furnace with mushrooms to get slime and a bunch of other things. I've been using it a little bit. I'm trying to get steel so that we can make the metal press so that we can then make the kinetic dynamo we need for the windmill. So then we'll have passive power, hopefully better than the Furnator. And yeah, we'll go from there. So today, the goal is just that. We're going to get the windmill. Probably not up and running. I want to make a little bit more stuff, but I want to be able to get the metal press at the very least. And yeah, I've been working a little bit off camera, so let's go take a look at this. I've been working for the past like hour and a half, just building and gathering materials. The bees are really dumb. I've moved this guy a little bit more center, so if we look at this, it's a 15 by 15 by 15 cube, and 7 blocks that way is actually aligned with the flower. 7 blocks this way is right here. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yes, right here. So the CVs we're going to automate today using a different kind of automation than what we've been using before, and we should be able to pick up all of the combs with the exception of maybe a little bit that's going to drop in the back. But then I went ahead and expanded this, and we're going to have double the capacity. So I have space for more bees, and we're going to change up how we do the automation. Rather than being precision with these, well, comparators and repeaters and all this, we're just going to make it a little bit simpler. So first things first, we need to make the things that we need to make that simpler. We don't actually need the item collectors. So in order to do that, we're going to need a redstone clock, which is going to require comparators, which means we need more nether quartz. And if I come over here, I don't have any nether quartz. Oh, I do. Never mind. So we can wait on that. So we're going to need 7, 8 of these. So Soul Sand Bee, we're going to wait on you. We might get that later, but right now, don't really need it. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to make a lot of things. We're going to need some redstone. We're going to need some iron. I also have enough iron to make shears for everything. And I realize I need to make one more set of that because we're going to need the one for the sieve bees. Now they are not going to drop anything unique, but I figure they're there. Let's go ahead and start processing them. I need sticks. That's what I came over here for. Okay, so let's get this done. And yeah, I've seen how to make the dispensers. The easy way is to make a dropper. I wish vanilla had this recipe because it would make everything so much easier. And you basically craft a bow on top of the dropper to make the dispenser. So we are going to need 8 of these redstone clocks. So we're going to need 8 of these. So that is like 24 sticks. And that should be that. Well, that's unfortunate. We can unlock this briefly. There we go. So yeah, we're going to just make our comparators. We're going to need 24 of these, and there is the comparators, and there is the redstone clocks. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shears. We have the redstone clocks, and it is thunderstorming, or just raining. I don't know. It might be thunderstorming. But this is going to allow us to do something really cool. So what we're going to do, it's going to be a little bit different for the system back here for this guy. But what we can do is just place down a dispenser. Let's do this like so. Put the shears in, and then underneath we put the clock. And the cyclic clocks are actually really cool. So what we can do is we can have different durations. We don't need that much of a duration. 15 is good. And delay in ticks. So every so often this will dispense, and if delay, we could probably do a little bit more. I'll have to look up and see what the specifics we need. But let's just go for 120 ticks. 20 ticks per second, that's 6 seconds. No, we need to do probably 200. So that's 10 seconds every 10 seconds. It will try to shear. Now, the cool thing is, if there are... if there's not enough honey, it just won't work. It won't take any durability. It won't do anything else. It will just not work. By the way, this is roof access. And so that's how we're going to basically do all of our beehives. Now, the first bees that we're going to really want to do and get to work is... so I think we want 15... that was weird. And max delay, why not? And then we can put the dispenser here, and we'll put a hive. Now I have a bunch of tier 3s and a single tier 4. We'll go ahead and put the tier 4 here. Actually, what do we want the tier 4 for? Diamonds. The diamond bees, that would be pretty nice. Which we're kind of close to. So we'll save that for now. Let's just use tier 3. And here is the thing. RGBs. RGB. What do these guys want for flowers? Just normal flowers. Okay. So that means we can come down here and we can start getting more bees going. So I have in here the RGBs. And I don't remember if I put, let's see, I did not put shears in that dispenser. Now that is kind of the problem I'm going to run into. But if I'm smart, I won't put the hive in first. So the RGBs, we're going to need a flower, and then that's gonna start, well, producing. And the reason we're doing the RGBs is because we need black dye. We need a lot of black dye to make black iron so that we can get into extended crafting, which is the secondary goal for this episode. So in here, we're just gonna put bees down. We're gonna put a flower or 3. We're also gonna breed these guys, and well, we're gonna start collecting the bees. So one thing we should probably do is that I love that they change colors. And then we also have in here, you know, our normal bee boxes. And yeah, they're gonna want other flowers. I really wish that the honey dipper would work. But what flower are you trying to get? I think he's trying to get one that's down below. Or I guess technically she. Most bees are female. So yeah, that is unfortunate. I think probably either that or the one up there. But anyways, we're going to be getting more bees And honestly, we're just going to go ahead and set up most of the stuff like we've done before. And, you know, putting the dispensers and everything in first is fine, and then we can just come back up and put the bees we want whenever we want to. So we'll just do that side for now, and then we'll work on the other side later. I'm gonna get the honey dipper. I know that that doesn't work, but if we use it enough, maybe it will. So yeah, we have netherrack bees as well. That might be something we want to do. And yeah, just kind of in general, we have a bunch of things we can work towards. I'm going to put this stuff in here for now. And we're going to try to get that RGB to actually go after the right flowers. And it's the hive. So something about the AI of the bees, the hive actually stores the information on what flower to go get. And so if I knew what flower they were trying to get to, I could replace that one. But the hive basically tells the bees, hey, I know where this flower is, go get it. And the bees go, yeah, sure, we'll go to that one and only that one. It doesn't matter if we cross another one on the way, we're going to go to that one. And so that's where the problem arises, is the bees aren't smart at all. So yeah, we have cobblestone bees as well. And we have a bunch of different bees. Right now, I don't know which ones we're going to really need, but we have a bunch. So, the next order of business is we need to deal with all this creosote oil. And that is annoying. So, by the way, with the redstone clocks, it is a much simpler structure. It's probably what we're going to be using for the most part. I don't know how the apiaries work, to be perfectly honest, if they if they have a clickable inventory or anything like that. But we'll get to that point once we start getting nether stars and all that. But we're going to go with this system for the time being, for the foreseeable future, just because it is much simpler and a lot nicer. So, let's go ahead and sleep. And what we need to do is we need to start working towards steel. A lot of steel. I have quite a bit. I have a couple blocks, but that is nowhere near enough. These heavy engineering blocks require a ton of it. But we need to get rid of the creosote oil, because with this being full, this guy will no longer work. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make something really simple. We're going to keep iron and redstone on us for now, because we're going to make a fluid tank, a basic fluid tank from Mechanism. Now these are pretty cool, and apparently a quest. Could we even get to that quest? I guess so. I guess we can technically do some of the Mechanism stuff now. But the main thing is the steel. No, that's better steel production. The steel casing, which we can't make until I think it's extended crafting or blood magic. It says in the start progression, blood magic opens up the steel casing. So at the very least, we can get the basic fluid tank. There's no rewards. There's like no rewards for anything, which is a little disappointing, but also kind of whatever. Apiaries, I can't wait to get to that point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to work towards the metal press. The metal press is pretty simple. To make at times, we're going to need a piston. And we're going to need some sort of, let's see, how bad is a mechanical pipe? It is steel and a bucket. That is not really worth it to me. Pipe, item pipe, It's disabled. Energy fluid cable. Pipe liquid. Use a cable wrench to customize. It is brick stairs and gold nuggets. That is actually really straightforward to make. So brick stairs, we need 4 bricks. That means we need, well, 4 things of clay. So let's go grab some dust. And this is just to make things a little bit nicer, a little bit simpler in terms of maintaining our creosote oil. So just do this. Apparently I can't put water in that one. Oh, because apparently I didn't actually have it. It was a visual bug. But that is fine. We can cook up these. Let's cook them up like so. And we're going to put the fluid tank just right here. And for the time being, let's take a thing out. Because we also need to make a couple of the things. One of the items that I would like to use, because the metal press requires some things that are a little bit annoying to make, like steel mechanical components. That is expensive. That is 4 more steel and a copper, or we can reduce the price by using an engineer's blueprint in an engineer's work table. But we need to make this. So this is the goal for right now. It is mostly treated wood, which I feel like we still have a little bit. I only have so many chests, so apparently not. We do have plenty of wood. I went ahead and made some jungle trees, so we have a lot of jungle wood, but we also have a good bit of normal wood. And we have to use planks, which is unfortunate. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of work getting an engineer's workbench. We're going to need treated sticks and treated wood. So we're going to need some fences. We are going to need, what is in this? So more sticks and some slabs. So we're going to need another bucket of creosote oil. And the coal coke that we get from this is what we need to make steel. We could also use charcoal, but coal coke is a little bit better. And we can also go ahead and presumably make the fluid pipe and see how that works. So if I put this like so, nope. Let's see. I think. Let's see. Fill. I want that to be fill. So we might need. What did it say? The cable wrench. How bad is it to make a cable wrench? It is not bad at all. Some sticks. And a weighted pressure plate. So I have no idea. I have no idea how this works. So yeah, let's break this and put it back. The other thing we might want to try, I think what it is the coke oven only likes to export liquids in certain places. So let's try here. I think it has to be the bottom. Let's actually see. I believe we have the engineer's manual. And, whoa, that is large. Simple machinery. No, I guess it is technically, is it heavy machinery? No. Resources. That's what it is. Coke oven. Yep. Similarly, yeah, maybe not. Don't think it tells me. I don't know that you can automate it with this. The other option I just remembered is there are fluid pipes from Immersive Engineering. Let me see. There is also ceramics, but I don't know that that would work. Fluid pipe, which is iron plates, which we can't make. Okay, so we'll just save that for another time. What I'll have to probably do is just manually do this. But something we can do, or at least we used to be able to, let's see if we can still do it this way. So if I put glass bottles in here, no. Have to use buckets. The neat thing is this does retain its inventory. But we can just put it in there. That works. Okay, so crisis averted. Although I do need to pull that out so that we can get some more creosote oil, so that we can get more planks. Alright, so we'll make some slabs. We'll make a few more sticks. And let's see, can we make this? We need just a crafting table. There is the engineer's crafting table and the engineer's workbench. Awesome. So that is going to let us make things a little bit cheaper. And we're going to just place it right here. Or maybe we'll put it like, let's put it over here. Let's put it right here. That'll work. So with that, we just need to get, so we have the piston. We need to get the engineer's blueprints for crafting components. Do we want anything else right now? And metal press molds. So we're gonna need some blue dye, some paper, some aluminum, iron, and copper. So we're gonna want to cook up some aluminum, copper, which we should have. Bauxite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna need some lapis. And some of this guy. There is way too much. I have way too much sugar cane, but blue dye, perfect. And then let's get back up here. Let's throw this and that in there. Let's see. We're gonna need 2 sets of paper. The first one is iron, and then we're going to need the crafting components. So iron is there. Let's go ahead and make another chest, or like 4, because it's easier, and this will get us better like crafting components, a lot easier. We can just put that there and store these in here. So we are going to need the metal press molds at some point, but right now it's not too crucial. And you know, I'm going to just start putting immersive engineering things in here permanently for storage. And I need to sort inventory. Honestly, what we're kind of working towards is once we get into extended crafting, we'll be able to get into applied logistics and or refined storage, which is going to make my life a lot easier when it comes to pretty much everything. So we're going to need 4 blocks of iron, a copper, and 4 redstone. Now, do we have enough iron currently? No, not quite, but I have a good bit of iron honeycombs, so we can get that. We're going to need a bunch of other things to make this metal press. Steel, we're going to need a lot of steel. And hopefully we can get this going pretty quickly and easily. Now, do we have any RGB combs yet? Or are the bees being too dumb? RGB. Awesome. So that is not only a quest. Also, we were getting quests over here. Ooh, we got an engineer's blueprint for that. What do we get? Oh, cool, the Furnace Electrodes. Those are only available from villager trades and are super important once we get to the arc furnace. So that is really nice. Is there anything else? No. Let's see, bees, RGB, no rewards for most of the bee stuff. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some iron, and we need 4 blocks, and then the redstone engineering block is taken care of. We're also going to need to make some steel scaffolding. So we're going to need a bunch of steel. And that is the steel scaffolding. Now we only need, I think it's 2 of those. Yes, only 2 of those. So we're going to put the rest back in here. And then while we have the RGB honeycombs, if we want to make black iron, we need black dye. We're going to do that. Is there any other uses for this other than... Yeah, we don't actually centrifuge these at all. They are just for making dyes. So that is cool. Alright, so we have redstone, we have that, we have that. We're going to need some conveyor belts as well, which means we need leather. I don't have that many rabbit hides, but there's a bunch of rabbits. They continuously spawn. We're going to murderate them. If we can catch them. And I just missed. Hey, we got a rabbit's foot. So that'll give us 1 leather. We can also get leather from the prepared flesh. And I don't think we have enough zombie flesh to do too much with that. You know, I know where there's a lot of rabbits. There's a lot of rabbits in here. Cool. How many we got? 3. There's just so many rabbits everywhere, and they constantly spawn. Alright, rabbit stuff went in there. Cool. So we have enough to probably make the leather. There's also probably a rabbit. There was at least one earlier up here on top. They get up there because of the ladder. But let's see, that is 5. That should be enough. And so let's go ahead and get this stuff going. We need 1 more rabbit or 1 more rotten flesh. Of course. So let's see. Can we do anything with this? No, not really. We just make potions. I don't really care about making potions right now. So there is another rabbit over here. I see him. Oh, wow. That was... Nope. Well, okay. Let's go kill... I think there's actually an Enderman in our little mob farm as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll have to get more rabbit hides later. But yeah, if there is an Enderman in here, and it looks like there is a player mob, should make things pretty nice. Hopefully we get an Ender Pearl. Ender Pearls are always nice to get. And there it is. Hi, I don't know who you are, but you dropped some rotten flesh, so I don't care. So with that, we should be able to get to the metal press today. I'm gonna try to decide what bees we need. Leather would be nice to get, so let's go ahead and grab the rest of the rotten flesh and make more leather. So yeah, leather is something that we probably want to start collecting, but there's not a good way to get it. Rabbit hides, but there's not a bee for it. So we might have to use the zombie bee. That might be the best. So we have the leather. We should be able to make the conveyor belts. We only need 2 of those. And we can put that away. And so the last thing we need is the heavy, which needs silver and gold. Okay, so we need to smelt up some silver. Let's go get that really quick. And let's just try to cook 1 up. But that should work. So we are going to need a little bit more steel. So let's go ahead and get this cooking. Once that's done, I will switch it with the iron. Let's get another block of iron. And we'll get that going in here. And I probably need to get more coal. But there is the Electrum. Electrum is good. We need that for the heavy engineering block. And then we're also going to need, what is it, 4 and 8. So we're going to need a little bit more stuff. So 4 copper and 8 steel. Actually, we probably don't. We put this in here, and we get 4 steel mechanical components. And then all we need for the heavy engineering block is the steel blocks. We need 2 more of those. So while we're kind of waiting on that, let's go ahead and set the entire thing up outside of the heavy engineering block. So what we need is 2 steel scaffolding, redstone, a piston facing downwards, which we can do a couple of different ways. Probably the easiest is just to do it this way. And then 2 conveyor belts. And we're going to put a chest at the end of this one. Because it will feed into that. And then that's pretty much it. The heavy engineering block goes there. We hit it with a hammer. And it makes the metal press. Now, we also need to get the metal press molds. And the most important ones for us are the wire and let's see, we need the wire. So it's going to require steel plates, and we also need plates, which needs a steel block and an engineer's hammer. So I'll tell you guys what, I am going to wait on this. I'm going to get some more coal, I think. Actually, you know what? Now would be a perfect time to make some more bees. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have... I don't have any coal. I do not have any coal whatsoever. Whoops. Let's see, I should have plenty of gravel. Let's get a little bit of gravel and hopefully get some coal. In fact, it doesn't matter what we are sifting. So let's get a little bit more of this stuff going. And let's see, let's just get a stack. And just try to get some, well, diamonds. Diamonds are nice, but we need coal. I don't see any coal yet. I see a lot of flint. So there is a piece of coal. Oh man, I need to reorganize inventories. Alright, so we need just one more piece of coal. And it's awful because the flint looks so similar. There we go. So I'll deal with this stuff in a moment. Actually, let's just go ahead and dump most of it in here where it goes. And flint, lapis. Yeah, not too bad. We have plenty of things. Diamond, 5 diamonds. We're almost close to another diamond, but we can go ahead and make some coal bees. 2 of them, to be exact. And I will breed them later, but let's grab a hive. Just do a tier 3. That is more than acceptable. And we'll go up to the next position. I think we should honestly go to the last position, because it'll be easier. You know, I realize, what do coal bees need for flowers? Normal flowers. Okay, awesome. So let's go here. Let's put some flowers. We'll put a hive and our coal bees. Perfect. No, go to those flowers. So I am going to be back in a moment once hopefully everything is good. So yeah, we'll be back once I have the steel, and we'll go ahead and make the metal press and get our first little bits of plates and hopefully wires. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so that took a little bit of time just because steel takes forever to cook up. But I want to say real quick, one, I went ahead and put another set of bees up here, the netherrack bees. And the coal bees, I went ahead and bred one, and these guys, oh my gosh, the coal combs are so good. If we do the honeycomb block, which is what I typically do, it's 144 coal. That is 2 stacks and 16, I do believe, is what I got, but it's a lot of coal. So we're gonna be able to make a bunch of coal coke and all that kind of fun stuff. But we have the heavy engineering block, which is what we needed, which will unlock the metal press. I was looking ahead a little bit. We need to get into apiaries very soon because that's going to make my life a ton easier. And so that's the plan. But yeah, so we can put this here, smack that, and we have the metal press. Now we need something to actually press. And so for that, we come over here and we put these guys in, and we can make the plate molds. Now it does take a little bit of durability on the engineer's hammer, but that's fine. And the way this will work, actually, I'm going to grab, do I have another chest somewhere? I placed this one down. I need to sort the inventory. It's about time, but we're going to put this just, I guess, right here. And all you do is put the plate like so. And if this has power, which does not currently, we're going to break this guy. and apparently not collect them. We're going to put him up here. This is where the power goes. And that will fill this with power. And then all we have to do is throw some of the steel on here, and it will do its thing. Now, luckily, the metal press does not take that much power. It will automatically put things into the chest. And then, last but not least, we need to make a wire cutter. Engineer's wire cutters. And with this, we can make the wire mold metal press. And we're going to just put that in there. And this metal press will allow us to make wires. So kind of big thing that we need to do from that is, so we have that. We need to make the kinetic dynamo. That is the whole point of all of this. And it does require copper coils, which is LV wires, which is copper wires. So we just replace that. That's why the chest is here, so we can store those fairly easily. Eventually we might have multiple metal presses just to make things simpler. But how much copper do we have? We don't have much copper, but we can go ahead and try. And that will make 2 each. So we need 2 more copper at least. We can go ahead and smelt up some more copper. That's easy enough. And we'll just do it like this. So we're going to make the copper, and then we should be able to get everything else together. So we're going to need 2 redstone, 4 iron, and some sticks. And once we have 2 copper, which we should already have, we just throw these down on here. And that should be everything. So LV wire coils turn into the copper coil block, which turns into the kinetic dynamo. And with the windmill, which is in here, we'll be able to, complete the quest for 1. And then we need windmill sails. These are tough fabrics. It is what, 6 tough fabrics. We're gonna need 8 of them, so we need 48 tough fabrics. That is a lot of tough fabric. Let's get a stack of sticks, I guess. We can put 48 of those. And we'll need more, always more, but that's not too big of a deal. We can just run through here and constantly just keep growing these. Try not to fall into the water, but this is really easy. Luckily, plants grow very quickly in this mod pack, but that should be enough for the tough fabric, almost. So let's go ahead and finish getting a little bit more. And that should be more than enough. Okay. So once we get out of that mess, eventually we'll try to find something that gives us a magnet. Perfect. So there is all the tough fabric. We do this. We get 8 of them for the windmill sails, which is another quest to make this even better. And for just kind of demonstrations purposes, let's go to the top. This is not going to be permanent, but I'm going to do this off camera because I need to build up this windmill to kind of do all this. And the next time we'll work on getting all this stuff taken care of. So let's just put it here. I guess we'll just put it here. And we can put the windmill on there. And yeah, you put the windmill sails like so. And if we want to remove it, we can just break this. And I guess we have to break this as well. We should get everything back, or else this will still have one that is upgraded. So we can go ahead and upgrade this completely. And now this is a fully advanced windmill. And yeah, I just have to make everything look nice. So that is what I'm going to do. So next episode, what we're going to start working towards is focusing a little bit more on getting power around our base. Maybe I will actually build up some more of the platforms, and we'll continue with the bees. So the big thing that we want to work towards next time is extended crafting. If we can get this guy, we can start looking at making a lot of different things, specifically the machine casing, which will allow us to get, what is it that we need? It's a lot of refined storage stuff, but I believe it also gives us, does it not give us access to applied logistics? Let's go to the quest book real quick, and then we'll end the episode off. So progression, extend crafting opens up creative tab, machine casing opens up refined storage and applied logistics too. We're probably going to use applied logistics too, but yeah, the machine casing opens up that, and then we can start working on a bunch of different things. So that is kind of the plan. Is we want to try to get to some sort of a storage mod so that we can have our base be a little bit nicer and start collecting things and all sorts of good things. So that is the plan. We're going to work towards extended crafting next time, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!